Howdy Ramblers!
And welcome to another Homebrew Wednesday. Today we're mixing it up and making some cider, and it's not just any cider.
We are making cheap cider.
Cheap-ass cider.
Cheap-ass cider.
The way we do that is with frozen concentrate, because real juice is very expensive. So we were able to get all this concentrate for about $28. To get good juice would be quite a bit more. Dickie, stop doing whatever you're doing. In addition to concentrate, we also got our carboy sanitized. We have some wine yeast. We've got 5 gallons of this water. It's already ready to go. Don't have to sterilize it or anything like that.
Don't need to boil it. Don't need to do anything. So we bought apple juice and we got some cranberry blend. We're gonna see if it helps enhance the flavor at all, because usually we just do apples. So
yeah. So I'm gonna do this on the floor, but we just want to go ahead and get about half of the water in there. That'll make it easier to mix.
You want to poke a hole in that?
Dickie's in here being a pestilence. Yeah, that's not really sharp on the end. Now, I didn't sanitize the outside of these, so you don't want to like run water over the outside if it's been in a dirty freezer or something. So here's the last 2. We're using 10 of these apple this time. 5 of the cranberry blend, which is largely also apple and grape, I think, mixed in there. This is easier the more liquidy they've become, just because you'll get a bunch of ice down in your funnel, as you'll see. So make sure you don't pour all your water in first, because the water is really helpful to pour over the ice and melt the ice. If it's too cold because you had too much ice, then it may be too cold to pitch the yeast into. You want to make sure it's at least like 65. Really, you want 70 to get started. And we're not actually going to use the full 5 gallons of water, because 15 of these is a good amount of volume too. So we're just going to stop whenever we get to about 5.5. So right about
there.
All right.
So a lot of times the sugar will fall to the bottom and kind of settle. So we use this kind of spoon, which is actually made to be stuck inside of a carboy and has a little paddle at the end so that you can stir and get everything mixed up really well. Which Eric is demonstrating right now. So we're going to take a sample just to see what it is at now, so that after the fermentation process is over, we can compare it.
Oh, it's pretty.
It is a really pretty color. And see what the changes have been. Tastes like Cran-Apple.
Oh man.
I checked.
Okay, I got 1.054, so that should be on par with kind of an average beer. All right, so we're just going to sprinkle our dry yeast in there now. Wanted to go back to the champagne yeast because we've used this in other fruit juices, and it comes out really nice, really dry. This will not be a sweet cider, but it will be delish. And there you have it.
Done! Cheap ass cider.
All we gotta do now is wait.
See you in a few
I just
months.
poured that all over my socks.
So this is the final product of our cider. It came out pink, which is exciting. You can see right through it.
We didn't add any extra clearing anything to it. I mean,
No.
sometimes people add pectin or gelatin or things to get it to clear, but we did not do anything like that.
Yeah, we used some pretty decent yeast. It was wine yeast or champagne yeast.
Yeah, it's the, I can't pronounce the name, 1118, which is a white wine / champagne sort of yeast.
So there's a lot of bubbles in this. Had a pretty nice head when we first poured it. And it seems to hold through. So let's see how it smells.
All right. Big white wine right up front.
Yeah, big wine or champagne or sparkling wine smell. Hit the berries right away.
This is a dry cider, so we're not getting a lot of sweetness, but it's very fruity, of course.
Yeah, it's all sorts of tropical fruit in there. Cherries and berries and grape and...
All right, let's give it a taste.
Okay, cheers. This is a good cider. I think this is my favorite cider that we've made so far.
It might be. It's definitely a dry cider. It went all the way down to 1.000 or whatever on the hydrometer. Yeah. So the sugars are gone big time.
They ate all those sugars up and did a good job in making it really naturally clear and effervescent, and added a lot of characteristics to, basically what was missing from our last ciders.
I think that the process of using a little bit more concentrate than the recipe calls for water-wise actually helped because it gave it a little more flavor, a little more body. The last one that we made with concentrate was kind of weak.
It's a really good celebratory drink. I mean, it's refreshing. You could drink it by the pool. You could cheers to New Year's with it. I mean, it is really multifaceted as far as a cider goes. I'm really impressed.
We have this at beer carbonation level, but you really could notch it up closer to champagne or like a Hefeweizen.
So this was definitely a cider win. We're going to be making this one again. It came out great, and we can't wait to make it again for holidays or parties or, all sorts of stuff. Cheap-ass cider turned out to be pretty classy. Who knew?
I'm definitely going to stick with the wine yeast for cider from now on.
Oh, yeah. We highly suggest that.
And this was so easy. All we did... Well, you saw it. You saw it. You're here.
So this cheap-ass cider was a success. If you'd like to know more about it or have any tips, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel for more. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We're also on Tumblr, where you can find us at Ramblin' Beer or RamblinBears.com.
Let us know if you ever drink cider or wine or mead or anything else fermented besides just beer, because we do like to hit those up every once in a while.
We do.
And until next time,
Ramble on. Cheers.
Cheers.